Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Legacy part number 7115MA. What this is literally just a piece of closed cell neoprene. It's like car tire rubber with a couple of pieces of aluminum extrusions that are glued basically with adhesive to that material. And this is intended to wrap up over the end of a door, okay, to give yourself some sort of a relatively custom style sweep. So it can handle different door thicknesses and it can handle different projections based on how you place the material actually on the door itself. Now this item is also used as an astragal. Okay, you could, I've had people order these really long and use two of them on each door, and they just have double acting doors that seal against each other, and they design the material, they design the installation to account for this fitting over a door. Okay, you can pull that up tight and it will wrap around the edge of the door quite well, but it's still going to give you, you know, the effect of a seal protection out here as well. This is closed cell neoprene. There are two neoprenes, open cell, which is sponge-like, and you can clearly tell because it looks like a sponge on the end. And then on the end, there's the closed cell neoprene, which doesn't feature any sort of microscopic air product pockets. Excellent for water, the expelling of water. No water intrusion on this. Open cell neoprene is used for acoustical attenuation, like in sound control items. This is a 3-foot piece that the client asked for, so it's certainly going to be a door bottom, would be my guess. The overall of the material is about 6 1/8, as you can see. Okay, it's going to include a package of fasteners. Here they are. I'm not sure why they're not an aluminum fastener. I don't imagine the client will care too much about the color of the head of the fastener. Okay, so you can really tailor the door thickness. You can tailor its projection. Now let's switch this video to the screen view so we can take a look at the manufacturer's catalog page of this item. So the item that we're looking at is basically here, and let's click to the manufacturer's page where we're going to pull up their product catalog. Okay, so we've got the manufacturer's page pulled up within the site. And the catalog is here. And this is a 7115. Let's do a search for that part number. 7115. There it is. Now, what's nice about Legacy is, a couple of things are nice about Legacy. First of all, a cross-reference. NGP, and then to zero. If you're looking for zero product, I would highly recommend that you review Legacy products as a possible alternate with a shorter lead time to ship. MA stands for mill aluminum on the extrusion that's here. I would say that this is actually clear anodized, what's on here. The MB stands for a black powder coat, and they can do a white powder coat as well. Okay, so you can see what the intended installation is, regardless of how you go about installing it, either as a door bottom or possibly as an astragal. But this is the intent. And the reason they're really not telling us is what this undercut is to be. It's because you're going to define that at the time of installation, where, when you and where you locate the mounting bars. So that's where that's coming into play. This will certainly accommodate a thicker door, there's no doubt. Rubber is a 1/16 of an inch by 6 inch wide with a maximum 1/2 inch drop, and it's adjustable. Okay, so you're going to be able to install it on an 1 3/4 door and achieve your 1/2 inch drop or 1/2 inch clearance I would argue that there's. I would argue that that word should be termed minimum half-inch drop. With a 6-inch wide item, there's no chance that the maximum is half-inch drop. I would say that this word ought to be minimum. Okay. The rest of the catalog is very handy because Legacy is a company that focuses on not the commodity items, not your run-of-the-mill thresholds, even though they do run-of-the-mill thresholds. But you will be very well served by thinking of Legacy when it comes to highly engineered, highly designed, significant amounts of thought and engineering into their automatic door bottoms, okay, and other solutions that the average manufacturer is simply not going to have. Okay. What that would namely be would be a tremendous offering of adjustable seals that are intended to be sound attenuation rated, STC rated material. You'll do very well with Legacy in that regard. Okay. Self-adjusting spring in gasketing. That's it's really a great idea because rather than having two pieces that are fixed wearing out over time, that spring will allow you to maintain contact over a greater amount of time over the life of the installation. So that's a very neat piece of equipment that's there. Obviously adjustable as well. They just do a really good job with very specialized solutions to material. You're not going to see combinations of astragals like this really from anyone else. So on and so forth. It just continues on. Into messant material, they are going to do a real good job with. You might have a pair of doors that require some intumescent, and there it is. And as you continue to scroll through the catalog, finger guards, we just did a reasonably large job with a number of finger guards. Obviously, you're thinking daycare, schools, primary schools. Keeping the fingers out of those pinch points is really what they're talking about here. They have models for both sides of the door, the push side and the pull side. It's a real thing in schools. That is a real thing. Continuous hinges, they can electrify that material. They have cam lift hinges, which are used in STC rated openings where you want the weight of the door to literally assist in keeping the door hard pressed against the face of the face of the gasketing. Then into thresholds. Highly unusual thresholds, thermal break thresholds like this. And then standard thresholds, a typical 6-inch ramp. Very typical material. Of course, the ubiquitous 1/2x5 run-of-the-mill threshold. Lots of solutions. You take solutions that Legacy has, and you consider the possibility that they can do custom fabrication. Will give you almost any solution you want. Architectural bronze, in a lot of different profiles they offer. Stainless steel is here. Intumescent material is here. Then they get into their acoustical rating systems. And it's all literally listed here. What STC rating do you need to hit? That's all there is to it. Sliding door material as well. You have a sliding pocket door and you want to gasket that as best as possible. Believe it or not, most people would say, why even try to gasket a sliding door? Well, I've had extensive conversations with folks who want to gasket a sliding door as best as possible. A specialized automatic door bottom that when it drops uniformly. You've got gasketing that will mount to the inside of the header and right against the face of the door. Okay. A power-operated automatic door bottom. Gasketing to allow you to achieve acoustical ratings over installations and doors that require glass. Flood barriers. We've done some work with their flood barriers. Anyway, I think you get the point. Back to the manufacturer's page, you can pull up not only all of the legacy products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to that full product catalog. Let's finish up this video on camera. Now, in conclusion, I've been to the Legacy factory in New York, just north of the city proper. They are a company that is run by people who very much understand weather stripping. Their national sales manager, not to say that he knows one thing in life, because that gentleman knows a lot more than one thing in life. But if there's one thing he knows, it's weather stripping. They possess a pool of knowledge that I would suggest could go and compete against any other manufacturer. They're accessible. They want to do business. They're agreeable. They want to impress. They truly desire to be the best they can be. And I would consider them especially for your applications that require products that are a bit specialized. They are not going to compete with run-of-the-mill, average, everyday gasketing. But if you were to purchase run-of-the-mill, average, everyday gasketing, it will be of substantially higher quality. So, do you want average run-of-the-mill gasketing, of which there are many excellent companies that can provide that? Or do you want to look towards those that focus on the specialized material in addition to the average run-of-the-mill gasketing? Okay. So you can see what I was saying earlier, a half-inch gap. I mean, if I've got these spread 1 3/4 inches, I'm going to have to really tug that high up on the door in order to get that half-inch. I would say a half-inch minimum would be that dimension. Any questions on the Legacy 7115 and a MA finish? Any length, you can order any length. By all means, order the length you want. At least the bars will be cut to the right length. You're going to need to trim that neoprene, but you'll want to do that to suit your requirements. This will be listed ultimately in the website in all lengths from 2 foot to 8 foot, probably longer. So if you have need for a custom length, order the next longest piece or pieces and indicate in the comment field the net length you'd like for us to ship the material out at. Any questions on the 7115 MA or any other Legacy product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.